Hello traders, Lord Ray, HypedOnCrypto.com, your #1 source for cryptocurrency technical analysis and blockchain education. In this live stream, going to be doing what we do every day, looking at Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins. Bitcoin got that spike we were looking for. The accumulation was happening, it was real. We had that key level resistance at 8130. So eventually towards the end of that price contraction and accumulation, George Soros had to lift his arm up. That sell wall had to lift. The peasants were getting, restless. So that's why we got the pop. So we're going to look into it. Alright guys, so thanks for tuning in on this Sunday. Could be doing anything, but you choose to hang out with me, so I really am grateful for that, and all the support you've given me via PMs, comments in the chat, everything guys. Making money on trades, I love that too for y'all. So, gonna take a look at chat real quick before we get into it. Ash, what's up man? Good to see you. Jargon, XVG's on the list. Mo, you just tweeted me? Heck yeah dude, thanks for tweeting dude. What's up Jeff? Having a great weekend, hope you are too man, wherever you are. Thanks dude. Sherbin, hello. TRX, on the list, Jeff. Venin XRP, on the list. Aked, Zill, on the list, brother. 3 times. Wait, what? 2 times? 2 times, sorry. Dan Voyer, Jens, what's up, man? XLM's on the list. MTL, on the list. What's up, Garcia? Jens, ADA, on the list. IOST, on the list, Inflord. One Man Army, did Jesus, man. QLC. QLC. QLC's on the list, brother. QSP. Friend Lord. What's up, Dr. J from Periscope? Hector, got B&B on the list, man. Dinde, the Spirit Healer. TRX on the list for you, dude. Second altcoin we're going to look at. Brozov, what's up? Chuba, ICX on the list. No Sugar. Well, glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Crypto Farmer, thank you. Neo for Brozov? Which Neo? Neo comes in many forms. As we would know that, right? Well, trade number 3 on Neo is now confirmed as the 3rd successful trade for Neo, right? In a row. Wow, consecutive. If you're Patreon, it's there, it's done. You know it. You know it's happened. The risk to reward, incredible. Targets hit, entry, and exit. You don't have to sell all of it if you don't want to, because Neo is, I think it's overall reverses trend. We'll talk about it in a little bit. EOS for Jolly and Wabi. Guys, the list is already starting to get pretty long. Just letting you know. What's up, Jonathan? Something fishy's going on with Bitcoin? DVD? Well, yeah, I mean, it's fishy. We've been talking about its pattern development, and yeah, well, 8,800 is the measure move up from the falling wedge. After that point, TA is respected. Then it's up in the air. So, what's up, Samarth Patel, Taro, what's up? Got both of them on the list for you. MK Hani, what's up, my brother? Thanks again for all the support. Okay. Prinzello, got XRP on the list just for you. I hate Windows. How's Germany over there, brother? Happy you're here. Francisco, how you doing? The George Soros meme. Crypto Chef. Arlo wants ONT. Zill's on the list. What's up, Beagle Dog? Majid, Tron for you, dude. Got it. ARN for Crypto Chef. It's gonna be tough, guys. It's gonna be a tough one today. I don't know if we're gonna get all these, so. Got XRP on the list, Colby. Thanks for tuning in. Mike, what's up, dude? Tony, Periscope. Happy Sunday, Brendan. Thanks, man. Fun for you, and then Link for Al. Okay, if we get down there at this point, okay. Heck yeah, man. Vin is already on the list. Garcia. No, wait, sorry, no Sugar. Heck yeah, Garcia. Jonathan, what's up, man? TRX is on the list. Yeah, I don't know why the software sucks, man. Jules Santana, man, kicking it off early with the 500 bits, man. Thanks so much, brother. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate you, man. You Jesus, dude. Nice guy from Mozilla. Well, no. Well, yeah, we do have XLM on the list, actually. Remember, it was at the neckline, that inverse slanted head and shoulders pattern that we were talking about. What's up, Rory? The Jesus man? The good alts. Drew, yeah, Wreck. We'll do everything we can to get to it, man. Tons of requests, like crazy. The Gaz F, hey, yeah, we'll write it down. If we get to it, yeah, man, sure. Well, we went up. RJ, did we not? We went up. We said we were. I mean, tweeted about it. Check out my Twitter if you're not following, guys. I am, Jim. Thanks, man. Mike wants BLZ. I mean, at this point, I don't even know if we're going to get to any more coins. There's just too many right now. It's kind of ridiculous. So, what's those bits mean? What do they mean? They're forms of donations, but via Twitch, on the twitch.tv platform that we're also streaming on. Guys, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Got to just do one thing real quick. So, okay, with Bitcoin, upward sloping flag, been respected, stayed respected. We spiked up. MK Hani was like, hey, right around that 382 area. Well, MK, you hit my 382 right here, dude. So you were spot on with that. We talked about the measure move right here being around that 85.20. We didn't quite get there, but we did touch that 382. So that's nice. And, you know, you maybe go lateral for a little bit more. You probably spike up again. I mean, you could always, of course, you have room to fall down to 81.30 again. You could have an issue with the heart line of this upward sloping channel right here. We see it, and here. All right, so we'll see if we can blast through this. If we do, probably be a really good area, 85.20, right, to hit as a target. So we'll see what happens with that. Showing tons of strength on the RSI, 62. You're above 60, and since we've had this huge run, largest spike in volume on the 4-hour we've seen since December 22nd. We've been above 60 on the RSI the whole time. When we had any sort of drop at all, just didn't show really any negative momentum at all, and now we're starting to come back on the positive side, but again, not supplementing either way. So very, very low levels of volume to be expected after a huge run like this. Right after a F5 tornado, it should be sunny. There should be low pressure situations, or high pressure, right? Because barometric pressure is lower. No, it's higher, right? Yeah, you have higher. The lower the pressure in weather, right? The more severe the storms can be, whether it's with hurricanes and tornadoes. So when the storm's over, the pressure gets higher. So weird. It's like I don't know, man. Going on a tangent here, okay, with weather. I like weather. It's fun. Very similar to TA in its way, inexact, but you can nail it sometimes based on all the variables and the dynamics. So we'll see what happens, guys. Let's go to Litecoin real quick. Okay, we've broken out of a falling wedge pattern. It's been developing for quite some time. There we go. Yeah, as we said, could be a little nervous about being short down here, finding so much support at this 125.58 area. And yeah, so since then we've broken out of this symmetrical triangle, I guess you could call it that. It's barely, it's, you know, bottom trend line's upward sloping a little bit, but not much. But yeah, broke out of it, and now here we are, following Bitcoin's lead. Hey, Crypto Chef, man. Thanks so much for the $10 contribution, man. You just dude. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you, brother. Means a lot. Yeah, just bet. Alright, so about the same with our indicators. You know, not near as strong as Bitcoin on the RSI on this chart, but above 50 nevertheless. Been above 50 since the break to the upside with the very high levels of volume. Right, just like you had, it was the highest level of volume you'd seen on Litecoin technically since 22nd of February, so not near as crazy as Bitcoin's move, but still following with price action. And we did talk about this level up here being a strong level of support. We can break that. We have a very nice way we could run, but again, none of it matters because it's all tied in with Bitcoin. So TA could be thrown out the window if we're running up, and then Bitcoin tanks. Guess where Litecoin's going? Even if it's up here above the 200, it's in the middle of just a dead zone. No support, no resistance. It's just running up bullishly. Bitcoin tanks is coming down with it. So is what it is. Not showing any type of divergence at all right now. We'll see where we go with this. Should test that 134 area soon. Well, we'll see. But the show has not been the big three. The show has been the altcoins this past couple weeks, past few weeks really. It all started with Verge and Tron and EOS, the front runners of this run. Now IOTA's starting to steal the show a little bit. Wonderful guys. Neo, another late bloomer of spring. Okay guys, look at Ethereum testing this resistance level that we plotted, 525.78. 3 times we wicked off of it, respected it. 4 times technically if you use our highest high of the run, and now we're matching that, actually exceeding it, but still no candle body is able to take shape and hold above this 525.78 area. 20's above the 50, or excuse me, 20's above the 200. 50's trying to catch up with it. This one looks a lot more similar to Bitcoin on the RSI, with a holding above 60, showing tons of strength. And clear levels of bearish divergence, just because it's one thing when you have a lower level of positive momentum. It's another thing when you show no positive momentum when you're matching your previous highs. That is just as bad as having some form of positive momentum here. It's pretty much the same thing but worse. So yeah, you got that going. I can't format this here. Oh, I can. It was just bugged out that day. Okay, cool, man. Sweet. So yeah, class B bearish divergence going on right now, and critical levels of resistance. You're hitting a brick wall with class B bearish divergence, and you're pretty much making the same high you made here. You're showing bearish divergence on both indicators, okay? Making a lower high on your strength, your relative strength, and you're also matching its price. And candle body close is actually higher, a higher high than your previous highs. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of stuff telling us things should go down right here soon. This should be going to lower prices. Just want to give a shout out to Emrys for the tier 1 Patreon. Thanks, brother. Thajay, thanks, man, so much for the tier 2 Patreon. Anthony, thanks so much for the tier 3 Patreon, brother. And Hodler Ranger, thanks so much for the tier 3 Patreon. Guys, I'm gonna do everything in my power to give you the best value that you seek, that you deserve. You've got my word on that. Do everything I can, promise. All right, so that's just wanted to give a shout out to our new Patreon of the day. So thanks, guys. So it's time to get to your request, you the viewer. Here at hypedoncrypto.com, we use technical analysis to read these charts, make decisions. Okay, let's go to Verge, first one on the list. Still holding within this flag that we readjusted Seems we double bottomed, triple bottomed off this 1272 fib extension. So nothing really crazy going on, but isn't today a special day, guys? Isn't today the day? Or is it tomorrow? Someone let me know. What's going on with Verge and the news of... Yeah, it's tomorrow, right? Somebody? Let me know, man. Below the 20 and the 50. It's interesting, your retrace has been very, very, you know, tame in this. Heck, I mean, we'll see what we retraced from our swing low to swing high. Hey, swing low right here to swing high. Never mind. You're holding right now at the 618. You've retraced from your swing low to swing high 61.8% of the way. Have an issue with that 50. You fell below it and then you bounced off of it. Use it as a resistance somewhat, your strength. You're still below it. Excuse me, guys. Still showing forms of Class A. Bullish divergence. Still good there, but still picking up a little bit of steam on your negative momentum. So we'll see what happens. Volume is completely dried up. It is gone now. Expect another storm soon with this type of volume decrease. And you know, we haven't talked about it in a while because we haven't had to, but you know, you're getting to a point now where if you wanted to, you could always come back to this previous leg, right? This upward sloping trend line that we plotted long ago, a while ago, right? At the beginning of the run, we said, hey, at first we had it like this, and we said, hey, we legged up, got a new angle, more buyers have come in, makes sense. Institutional buying. Why do we say institutional buying? Well, we have we have about 300, a little over 300 billion market cap. Look at the levels of volume here, and this was back when we had, you know, 600 to 800 billion market cap, double the market cap, and we're rivaling the volume from days of past, days of old, the great FOMO. So, see what happens with this. The news, I know, is going to play a big deal. I doubt this is going to be unaffected. Either it's going to tank or it's going to shoot up. I don't think it. Look, if it stays the same, I just don't know. That's not crypto. That's not normally how it works. Most of the time, it is sell the news. But anything's possible when we have such a nice bull trend going on. At this point, we're so high. You wonder. It's like, why would we not at least come touch our all-time highs before we tank? Why would we just stop here in such a strong run with heavy levels of volume behind it? It's real. It's not fake. So we'll see, guys. Could easily come down to this level and test it. But again, if you're correcting, you may just run right through it. We'll see. All right, that's Verge. TRX was next. TRX, guys. Looks like it's holding true, Patreon. Holding true. Barely holding on, right? We're doing it, man. We're doing it. See this? We talked about theorizing 2 consecutive higher lows after this low with multiple reaction highs. Possible insanely large ascending triangle. Worth taking a shot on. I mean, if it was that, your lowest risk opportunity would be down here where we posted about it in the Patreon. It was one of our trades or setups, and from there, if you bought in at 503, you're up. It's 518 right now. If you got in on this trade when we posted it and we said buy, you'd be up a good amount right now. And you know why? Well, our justification, we had Class C bullish divergence. Okay. You made a low and then you made a lower low, and you had matching levels of negative momentum. You've crossed the 50 on the RSI for the first time since the 11th of this month. So it's been a few days, right? Cooling off, contracting on price, but nevertheless respecting this upward sloping trend line like we thought maybe it could. We have a pretty loose stop loss just to protect us in case we fell below this. If we wanted to test this 200 MA and fall a little bit below it like we did here and here. But we may never touch this again if we respect this trend line. So, Vastronics. Very much in a bullish run right now. The trend is your friend, and currently Tronix is bullish. Until we break below this 488 level, our previous high, we're safe. Okay? So guys, that's Tronix. Okay, gonna move on to Vin. Got a lot of coins to cover. Just want to get it. Make sure everyone's happy. If you're enjoying this live stream, this education, this TA, these trade setups, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks so much, guys. Never quite hit that level of value that we were looking for, but my God, were we close? Were we ever as close as you can get? Wow, man. It's crazy. Hey, Ian. Ian, thanks so much for the Tier 2 Patreon. Really appreciate you. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you get taken care of. I'm going to give you the value that you seek. We are. Our team is. You've got our word. Okay? I think a lot of us have those gains, Jason. Just looking at chat, guys. Excuse me. Yep, sure do, Assad. Got it on the list, man. We're gonna cover it. Happy Sunday, late bloomer. Oh man, North Carolina getting slammed with the storm from last night. Yeah, no, knocked our power out, right? Was unreal. Was not fun. I did not like that at all. Made me feel very uncomfortable. But we got back at it, got back on that horse. The weather could not stop us. George Soros controlling DARPA could not stop us, guys. What's up, Blue Patient? Thanks for being here, man. Jimbo, it's in your fib settings. Jimbo, if you're watching, format. Right click on your fib, format. Labels. Right. And also, make sure to extend your lines. Okay? Extend your lines, Jimbo. There you go, man. Hope that helps. There you go. B&B's on the list, Jason. Hey, Dende, man. Thanks so much for this. 500 bits, man. Really appreciate you. You to Jesus, man. Thanks, brother. Spirit healer. Couldn't do it without you, wouldn't do it without you. Thank you, brother. You waited for us. Thank you, Crypto Nurse. Looks like you're doing okay on Neo right now. Okay, so with Vin, you know, we said the best level of value would be down here. We never quite hit that, just based on accumulation going on. You're doing quite well. You're above your previous highs, which is incredible. This thing should run really well. Should be making nice moves up. The fact that we're holding the support, holding above previous candle body closes. Wonderful stuff. Now, are seeing some resistance up here. That's okay. But as long as you hold your support above these areas, you should be quite fine. And you are. So Vin looks very good right now. Just had your golden cross on Vin. If you ask me, I think you're at a great level. And, you know, even buying now, your risk isn't that great. Or, yeah, your risk is not that bad. Look, I mean, like, the best area to buy at this point would be 40,958. But buying here, 41,538. I mean, you're, you know, if it tanks, then you're going to lose a lot more than you would want. But, look, you know, buying at this level, this, again, 40,958 is your optimum level to buy. You're not too far off from that, because the run should be quite nice on Vin. This is signifying very strongly that we may have a trend reversal on our hands. The correction may be done. Okay, this type of price action where we are. So Vin's looking very good. I like it. The measure move was 52,378. So want to keep your eye on. Not the best entry, but close to it. But I really do like the golden cross, and I really like they're holding above previous lows. We just had that bearish divergence. I think it played out though. Us breaking down here is what, you know, that Class A bearish divergence. We did break down, but we're finding lots of strength here. Lots of recovery holding above these levels, this little battleground area. Okay, so VIN looks good. Very good on VIN. XRP. Okay, you had that upward sloping channel stuff. You broke out of it. No big deal, man. It's okay. Things happen like that. You just gotta readjust. Should we adjust it? Which way should we do this? I don't think you're in any kind of trouble. I think you're in pretty good shape. Maybe this upward sloping channel stuff could be. At this point, maybe try this. I don't know. Ah, that's not it. It's not really forming any type of, it's just bouncing off this 236. Look. Do you see this? Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times been respected. This 236. Wonderful stuff. The strength we're showing. Anytime you fell below it, look, you bounced off the 20 MA and laughed at it and pushed it back up. Now we're seeing higher price. Lots of strength here. Holding above 50 on the RSI. Wonderful. Okay, wonderful. I don't think this is over. A golden cross is right now having it occur as we speak. The cross of goldens is happening. The cross of gold. Okay, so I don't know. Just give us something, right? Gotta have something. Who knows, man? It's all, you can't do anything with it. You can't really, you just gotta look at it looking left, right? You got to look at support and resistance. We're holding the 236. We know a very strong level of resistance is 83.93. Breaking above that and holding above that would be insanely significant. Great levels of volume, highest level of volume Ripple has seen since. Goodness gracious. The 11th of January. Breaking out of a huge falling wedge pattern, like a lot of them. Talked about targets on Ripple. I think these are just shorter term targets. The way this looks, the way the whole market's looking, you could almost do your swing high up here and be fine. You know, we play our fibs during these crap times pretty conservatively. But yeah, you could easily, talking about a 50% retrace from all-time highs at some point. I think that's a possibility too. 50%, 14,771, 16,706. But for the wedge pattern, the swing high, swing low is here. Okay, these are your. Whoop. Oh, we had it down here, like this. There you go. So, things to think about, guys. We're moving on very nice volume, the largest level of volume we've seen in months. Not making lower highs and lower lows anymore. Golden cross occurring, holding above the 20 on our 4-hour chart. Wonderful stuff for Ripple, like a bunch. The alt spring, guys, the alt spring is here. For now, anyway. Zill was next for Rockhead. Never got that entry we wanted. Too much strength. It happens. But, you know, we were right, though. We were very right about what kind of pattern development we had going on. Ascending triangle. Multiple reaction highs. Okay, had the sell wall. Sell wall's broken. Should make an easy run up to 852 Satoshis for Zill. Wonderful stuff. Looking great. It's unfortunate you didn't hit your optimum buying level, but as a trader, again, it's all about the numbers game. It's all about, if you do this 10 times in a row, how many times will you fail? If you buy high, you will fail a lot, a ton. Even when you buy low, you will sometimes fail. But when you fail, you have very, very small losses. Okay, and when you hit big, very big. So that's the whole point, the whole way you trade. That's how you become a successful trader. I mean, that's it. There's no other way to do it. You keep buying high on the hopes of a breakout. You'll get some. But when you lose, you're going to lose big. And you'll sell when it hits these levels because you're already incurring so many losses. You sell here, then it bounces off that, and you break to the upside, and your profit's taking a huge hit. Even if you don't sell, you have to wait for you have to wait just to break even, and then it comes back to this level again, then fails. Then you've wasted a bunch of time and money, right? So that's the whole reason I try to instill to you buying low, because of all the variables that can occur between then, the time spent and the money lost. Okay. So yeah, that's it, guys. It's all about discipline, and if you miss one, who cares? One thing that's very important about this one could run for quite some time, because guess what? We've broken all-time highs. Our candle body right now is higher than any candle body. Look, if we close in 23 minutes, it'll be the highest candle body close we've ever had on ZIL. Wonderful stuff. Good things to think about. But I do want to emphasize again, let's go to the 1 hour. I mean, you broke and you didn't really hook. You kind of opened at the hook, I guess. So we'll see what happens. I just, again, have to emphasize how many times false breakouts happen. They happen a lot. They happen more than real breakouts. So you buying here, you're playing a higher risk game that a disciplined trader who's successful and has a long-term career, they don't play that game. So many things to think about. Wonderful stuff though on the ascending triangle breakout on ZIL. Highest candle body we've ever seen if we close in 22 minutes. Okay, awesome stuff on ZIL. XLM. There it is, guys. What did we talk about? What did we talk about? The neckline, slanted inverse head and shoulders action. We broke that neckline. Said the measure move was 4,030. That was one to watch. We said it. Great levels of volume on the breakout too. Highest level of volume you've seen since the 18th of March. Good stuff though. Good stuff. This was a real possibility. We said you had to break it. If you broke it, you'd see some serious numbers. You'd see a serious move, and we got that. Since we've broken this, we've had almost 12 hours straight of nothing but green on good volume. That's it. That's it, man. Just gonna take a look at chat real quick, guys. Just want to make sure y'all are doing okay. I'm glad, Crypto Nurse. Glad you're doing well with those trades. Oh man, I guess chat hadn't been talking that much. Wow, y'all just been infatuated with the TA. Jeez, guys. Not much activity. Alright, so chat just looked at it. Nothing much. So, hey, Bobby, thanks so much for that tier 3 Patreon, man. Really do appreciate you. You got my word, our team's word, that we're going to give you the best trade setups and all the value you seek. Okay? Really do appreciate you, Bobby. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so I think that we do have a clear level of resistance right here. We talked about miniature levels, and candle body close right there, 36.45. As you can see, we wicked up and respected that level. Do need to break that. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of consolidation. Normally, your neckline, you break high, but the thing is, the difference here is we do have this resistance area. So that is going to play into it, and you know, you get so hot on the RSI, you kind of run out of a little steam. You just got to reset your indicators. Wonderful, wonderful stuff on your MACD histogram. You're making higher highs. Triple. 3 times now you've made right a high, then a higher high, and a highest high. So I really like that on the MACD, not showing any form of weakness or divergence, bearish divergence for XLM, but kind of showing a little bit of weakness on the RSI in terms of we're making a lower high and a lower high on our strength, but a higher high on our price. That's okay, but it is a form of a little bit of bearish divergence. Not the worst thing in the world. I'd rather see a little bit of weakness on the RSI than the MACD histogram. Okay, but wonderful stuff for XLM coming back to life after such a long slumber. January 3rd. Breaking out. Whew. 3 months, guys. Over 3 months of a correction phase is over. Guess what? Right on average. Right around near that 100-day correction period. Crypto is playing the same role as the stock market. It's being respected. Okay? That same average. Okay, let's go to MTL. MTL was a little weird. Okay? It's one of those tough ones, right? It's just floating along the Riviera paradise of our support zone, right? It's just within it. Still kind of having some issues getting back above this. It was once support, is now being used as resistance back above the 618 support fib. That's nice. What do they say? What do they say, guys? Well, we look at our fibs. Swing low to swing high. Jeez. Normally, you know, you retrace 38%, 50%, or 61.8% of the way, and we went way lower than that. We had a freaking 90% retrace, but now we've climbed all the way back to the 61.8% area. But you know, so it's not really retraced that much. But we could do this though. See what our retracement was from our previous swing low to swing high, and it looks like we've retraced about. We dropped as far when Bitcoin tanked. We dropped about 80% retrace. Whew. So now we're possibly turning it around. It seems like we had a ton of support at 786. So it's good stuff, man. I don't know. You just gotta hold on to this if you're in it still. I'm not sure if you are, and just let it play out. Okay. Our main resistance area is going to be up here. Okay. Clearly seen it multiple times. But you blasted through it multiple times as well. So, just gotta play it by ear. Okay, this one's weird. Okay, very weird, choppy. Doesn't look like a very high volume coin. A lot of manipulation with this one. So, but the thing that I liked about it so much is we had 7 consecutive higher lows. Wonderful stuff. Accumulation at its finest right here. With some sort of area. You take out the noise and the pumpy dumpy stuff. Looks like you do have a reaction high area. So, I don't know. To me, it just looked like a huge ascending triangle. But, hey, who knows, right? It's MTL. XEM? Yeah, XEM took off, didn't it? Pretty sure. Over on, ooh, Binance. Yeah, so new on Binance, man. Haven't been around much. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful stuff. You're breaking. I mean, let's go to XEM on Bittrex because, you know, here we don't have that much data, right? Not much to talk about. There we go. Oh, yeah, this one. Remember the ascending triangle stuff, man? Break the ascending triangle. What will be the measure move here? Take a look at it, man. 493 Satoshi measure move. You hit it. Right there, man. That was your measure move. Sweet, man. There's your ascending triangle. So it looks like we hit it. We broke right around it. Now we're bullish engulfing candle. Probably continuing the run with our golden cross. Guys, this is XEM. New economy movement. That sounds really, really George Soros-y, doesn't it, guys? New economy movement coin. Weird, man. Really weird. See, on your breakout, wonderful levels of positive momentum. Keep making higher highs on that. Highest level of positive momentum you've seen since the beginning of the month when we made this first reaction high. Okay, but I must say I'm very happy and impressed with this coin. Anytime you see any kind of ascending triangle, you got to get somewhat optimistic as a bull. You got to. We've been quite optimistic. The first telltale sign here was when we made a low, we didn't match our double bottom. We made a low here. It was kind of a lower low. Understandable. But then we bounced up, had issues with this 200 MA. We broke down. formed a second reaction low, came to the upside, finished our, false breakout. This was an area of resistance, broke down with Bitcoin, and then we've just been running ever since. A lot of these altcoins have been doing that, and again, bullish engulfing candle right off that 236 area. You got targets up here. I would say you're going to be looking at least the 5168 area and the 5714. Okay, I'm not saying for you to buy right now, because that is not how we trade at all. You don't just buy when you're up here like this just because these are the targets. We're always looking for the best entry, the lowest risk, highest reward, because that is how we will have long-term sustainability in these markets as traders. Buying now, do that 10 times, see how that works out for you. Do it 20, 100 times. Go by your method of buying high because it's a breakout and we're going to move up, man. We're going to make it. Do that and have a long-term career. Try it in trading. It will not work. A billion people have tried it and they've all failed. Okay? They made a couple good trades and lost everything else doing the same thing they did, making that money. Okay? What's up, Peanut Butter Bruce? Thanks, Maximiliano. Entry for ICX. Hey, yeah, we're getting there, man. We're getting through all these coins. People request them, and then we try to get to them. And so if I start talking about a coin randomly and it's not on the screen, then it starts getting weird. People start getting confused and stuff. So we want to make sure everyone's up to speed. So a lot of coin requests, guys. It's gonna be impossible to get to all these. Just wanted to let y'all know, so don't get mad at me. First come, first serve. If you want spot ahead, if you want your coin first, bits is the only way to do it. Bits or contributions. There's no other way to do it. It has to be like that. It's not fair, right? Okay, XEM, go to ADA. Oh, wrong ADA again. Sorry, guys. Just need to chart that one. Get it over with. Yeah, a lot of strength off our measure move, right? A lot of strength. Just bounced off of it. And man, we saw this pivot point. Remember the bears were showing so much weakness with the wick action we talked about last night? Goodness gracious, that just showed can't do it. Cannot push price down anymore. So the sellers are eventually just going to get out of the way. And they did, and here we are, attempting to break to higher highs, but it looks like we might be double topping right now. Showing some serious levels of resistance up here, just like we showed, showed levels of weakness for the bears. So what are we hitting right now? Maybe some of this over here. Yeah, hitting resistance over here. Right on our initial run up. This was back in late December. So yeah, this is acting as a resistance. You can see all the wicks. Okay, pivot point, boom, moved up. So we'll see how long that we can. I think we could break through that. Just all depends. Bitcoin can just not go crazy. Then I think all these coins are free to run as they choose. But I did say that this 2479 area up here was very important. I was bearish on ADA. Not in terms of the form. We were down here. We call this before the breakout, of course, but I'm saying until we broke and held above this level, I was going to be bearish on ADA just based on knowing the dynamic of how a trend works. Okay, and a trend works like you have to break previous highs, and even here we could not break the higher high, so we had to stay and remain bearish on ADA. But then when we fell here, created a reaction low, a low that was higher than its previous low. That made us feel pretty optimistic. We knew about the huge candle bodies, right? This insane scar on the chart. Started changing our tune a little bit on ADA, maybe turning it around. Also looking at the macro of all the other coins, maybe we were turning around for ADA, and we did. We did, and it was great. Great trade. This was a freebie. This was a video we did on it, and the measure move of this symmetrical triangle is 31.15. Another good area to take profit, and then of course Talked about the much higher targets of the 3568 and the 4011 areas. These are both levels of profit you can take for the longer term swing trade. That will take time. It takes time to do this because the pattern is so large. So, say to you. Okay. Good stuff, man. 10 till. Top of the hour. Alright, let's see who's next on the list. So, retracing a little bit after a nice little pop. But, as long as you stay above the 445 area, should be fine. But you are making a lower high than your previous high, but maybe you just need some time to cool off so you can move once again to the upside. But, you can see clear levels of Class A. Bullish divergence down here. So you made this low here with a huge spike in negative momentum, and then you made a lower low, literally a lower low. You made very, very small levels of negative momentum. Wonderful. Impending reversal, maybe. And we got it. Right, so here we are. It's retracing from our pop. We'll see how far we retrace, but the 445 area is a good support, as well as the MAs. See if we can hit it. You know our resistance is going to be that 504 area. Okay, so that's it. You break the 504 area, you're going to run 536, 591, 621, and then from there, man, the moon. Okay, if you can break, you got a decent way to go though. You definitely have a long way to go. So, all right, above 50 on the RSI, looking good, wonderful symmetry. Cup and handle, beautiful pattern development, measured move hit like the Jesus man right up here, and that measured move will act as a support because it was a resistance multiple times. Now we're above it. It will then become a support. So good stuff. There you go. That's IOST. QLC for one man army, I believe. Hey, you had an opportunity. Remember, this was that one we talked about last night. It broke it. It broke it. Look, the longer you stay within a channel like this, mathematically, your chances increase of a breakout to the upside or downside, depending on whichever way the market wants it to be. So, great levels of positive momentum. Technically, on this chart, the highest level of positive momentum you've ever had. Technically, you're close to matching this level here and this spike, this little pumpy dump thing, but pumpy dump wick, but not technically highest level you've ever seen. When we spiked up, highest level of RSI we had ever seen on QLC. Volume though is a little concerning. Not much at all. Interesting. So yeah, broke out of this area. Possibly at this point, maybe. Great area of value could be down here. Okay. We've developed a new area, a new zone. Let's see if we can do it. You hit down this 1880 area. 1900. What is this? You have an alert set up for 1893 now. If we get down to this level, very good buying opportunity, at least for low risk. Because you have established such a strong level of support up here. If we break down to this level, you can very well bounce off of it and move back up to this area here. Okay, so we also talked about this area too with the horizontal line. It looks like we wicked off of that. That's nice, but I feel like the overall real strength and value would be down at the 1880 area. Okay, so that's QLC. Gotta wait for it to retrace. That's how we do it. Let the money come to you. Be the Jesus, man. Don't let the coin be the Jesus of you. You be the Jesus of the coin. Okay? QLC. Sit, man. BNB. Still holding. Still holding within this little flag, this downward sloping channel. Right? Still in it. Nice stuff, One Man Army. Heck yeah, man. Let's take a look at chat real quick. TRX is pumping. Interesting. Hope you're in on that one. Sean, 2 Mordor. Let's do it, man. Let's make it to Mordor. Ked says Litecoin to Bitcoin falling wedge. Okay, are you ever in our Discord, man? Do you ever get in there? Let me know if you're in the Discord, and if you are, just message me, man. Hit me up, dude. Bought one at 711 sats, bottom of the trend line, symmetrical triangle. Boom. Are we at the top now? Did we break out of that yet, Aked? It's not on the list. You can't access your message on Discord? What happened, dude? George Soros, of course, probably, right? Okay, so, you know, with BNB, talked about the very, very mild level of pullback we've had on this very, very nice run, this bull run, okay? We just fell below that 236, the 382, the 50%, 618. These are your 3 most common areas you retrace after a nice run. The Dow theory says 50% is the strongest, but we also can say the 382 and the 618. So I figured we'd probably, hey, the fact that we're holding this flag is very nice, very nice. We just bounce along, hit the 382, and then go to the moon. But again, had not even hit the most common areas to retrace. Hey, Bob Field, man. Thanks so much for that $10 contribution, man. You just did. Couldn't do it without you, wouldn't do it without you. Thank you, Bob. Really means a lot, man. Any contribution you make to this stream only gets reinvested to make the quality of the content better that you're watching. Thanks again, Bob. Okay, so that's it. Approaching the 200, it's catching up now. Catching up with us. We're below the 20 and the 50. There's correction time. It's a little bit of correction. Gotta correct somewhat, right? Have to. That's it. Wonderful run, but there are others running now, and there's only a finite amount of money out there in this market, and that money rotates every single day. What are my thoughts on NANO from Bobville? What's up with our freaking Streamlabs stuff? I don't know why we can't get the phonetic. I don't know why we can't even read. There's no text on there anymore. Something's wrong, guys. Sorry about that, Bob. But we got an awesome mission control, so they're helping with that. Hey, Al, thanks so much for that Tier 2 Patreon, man. Really appreciate you, man. You got my word. I'm going to do everything in my power to get you the value that you seek. Okay? Thanks so much, Al. You Jesus, man. Yeah, we'll go to NANO right after the local on the 8s, guys. It is, you know, 1 till, 2 till, whatever. So, your local on the 8s. Okay, guys. Retracing. Correction still within the flag. Hold above it. You may see further retracements. That's BNB going to Bitcoin, like we do at the top of the hour, every show. Nothing new, guys. 4-hour candle closing in 20 seconds. Are you ready for this, guys? Are you ready? Are you ready to rock and roll? Freaking love my Ethereum coin, guys. I love it, man. I have a Bitcoin one, and now I have an Ethereum coin. Okay, it's freaking sweet, dude. It's sweet, man. You should get one. It costs like nothing. Okay, here we go. It's done. 4-hour candle is open now. Just happened. So, having issues with the heart line. I hate that. Hate that, man. Maybe we just go lateral and let this upward sloping trend line catch up with the price before we shoot up once again to hit our target of 8,800, which is that measured move of the huge falling wedge we broke out of, man. Still looks good. So, look, got a lot of room. We can go either way here. This is a gambler area. If you want to gamble, you buy now, but guess what? I would much rather you go to a casino and gamble because you get the free drinks. Okay, free drinks, no drinks here, just pain and despair if you lose. Okay? No entertainment. Well, besides me telling you to not buy now. That's it. The coin burn was today for BNB, and it doesn't look like much has happened at all with the price still being respected. The TA is still respected. Yeah, it already happened, and you could see that there was no volatility at all, just more technical stuff. BNB. Roger asked, can I go over the touch points I used for the measured move to 8,800 on Bitcoin? Of course. Of course, man. Zoomed out. My tool. My widest area of my wedge that we broke out of. 2,100 from the breakout. Roger. 2,100. There's your 2,100. 8,800. Does that help, Roger? Let me know, man. Let me know. God, my lower back hurts like crazy. Crypto nurse, can you help me? Give me medicine or something for my lower back. It's killing me. Because I am in crypto and I need a nurse. There you go. It works. Alright, so again, could go either way. Could go lateral, could go down, could go up right at this point. But normally after a spike like that, you know, very insignificant levels of volume. Yeah, possibility anything can happen. It's just low volumes, algos and bots, really. But look, we hit this level. I mean, to me, it was ascending triangle written all over it with the candle body closes. Other people were saying other things. It's just like, look, I see price contraction with accumulation, and I see a sell wall. We broke the sell wall literally exactly the way we had foreseen it. Give me Emperor Palpatine. Okay. I will be Emperor Palpatine today, okay? So that's it, man. Beautiful levels of RSI. Very hot, but not too hot, but almost too hot. 69. 69 on the RSI. And like we said, we've been above 60 on the RSI ever since our nice pop on crazy levels of volume that we had not seen since the end of December. Heck, before Santa Claus came to town. Hope you had a good Christmas. Because I know it wasn't a good one after if you were buying into Bitcoin at 20K. Where'd I get what? Amazon? I get everything from Amazon, man, right? I seek to learn everything you can teach. Any type of lessons in the Patreon coming? Yeah, we do. We're gonna be doing bi-monthly courses on just random things. You know, just random stuff. Like whatever, trend lines, trends themselves, MACD, RSI, price action, whatever. You know, we're just gonna be coming up with courses. Yeah, just for the Patreon. So, yes, absolutely. Jimbo. No, bros, for real, yeah, we're definitely gonna work on getting a hyped on crypto coin like that one I just showed. Alma, Lami, of course we have a Discord channel. Can we post it, guys? Looking back in my book, on January 5th, XRP was 193, IOTA was 396, TRX was 15 cents. Oh, goodness. Brian. Look, oh man, that's funny, Brian. Sure has. Friend Gorge 2 just joined and missed the first part, it has been a pretty exciting move for most of crypto. Absolutely, sure has. It's been wonderful. A lot of money made, man. MK Honey says Bitcoin symmetrical triangle on the 1 hour. We are going up to 125,000 MK Honey. If we go to 125, man, 125,000, man, you and me, we're gonna hang out, dude. Okay, we're gonna hang out on our yacht. All of us are. Thanks, MK Honey. You Jesus, man. Appreciate you, brother. Holler at me if you ever need anything. MK Honey currently with 72,000 bits contributed. Unreal, man. Beautiful. What happened? $125? What happened? Okay, so that's it, guys. We're looking at MK Honey said on the 1 hour symmetrical triangle. Oh, yeah. Let's mess around with multiple things, right? Devil's advocate always. You know what? We won't use that. We'll use this. One, two touch points. Just saying. Possibility, right, MK? Disregard the crazy wick, the exaggeration. But if you wanted to, you saying something like this, man? Huh. What if that's some sort of falling wedge? You don't have the touch points for it. It's not valid yet, but, things to think about, right? Is that a falling wedge, man? Is that a bull flag, man? Tell you this, the fact that it's downward sloping makes me feel good. But again, it's within an upward sloping flag, so yeah, we are probably going to go up. But there's no telling when. Okay, this could retrace for the next 8 hours, 9 hours if we wanted to. So, multiple schools of thought on the 1 hour. But that's why we like looking at the 4 hour, because the 4 hour kind of makes it to where we don't have to think or guess as much because there's not as much development here. So, yeah, you could have both. Okay, it looks like now technically you have the touch points. Kind of. Okay, so it's Bitcoin. Yeah, possible on the 1 hour, a falling wedge maybe a bull flag, maybe symmetrical triangle, all kinds of stuff on the 1 hour. But nevertheless, we have price contraction after our impulse was the bullish candle, the bullish engulfing candle. Volume was okay. I mean, higher than it's been since the 13th, which was like 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So, see what happens. Okay, guys, RSI is wonderful. Very, very strong RSI right now. You'd have to see a serious drop with volume to make this thing stop being so hot. So, but we know that. We know what happens. We know what we're forming. Litecoin. Still moving, man. Still moving. Broke out of that little symmetrical triangle, descending triangle, whatever you want to call it. Looking good. Dang, man. Breaking back. No, I did not. Did not notice that. Okay, so really, you know, again, we talked about it an hour ago. Nothing's really changed besides the 4 hour candle has closed and a new one has begun, and we're not really doing anything yet, but if we're just going to reiterate and do our local on the 8s again, it's going to be the same forecast, right? When you do the local on the 8s on the Weather Channel, nothing changes. It's pretty much the same thing every time, right? Until, like, you know, 4 or 5 or 8 hours go by and then something changes, right? So on your local on the 8s, same level of resistance at 134.06. We double topped there, and we then started creating price contraction, consolidation, making higher lows, and now we are approaching that 134.6 resistance once again. soon to see what will happen. And if we do that, we're going to be either forming Class B bearish divergence or Class A if we can break higher highs. So I said last night, if you were short on this, I would be getting a little nervous. Just because look at the levels of accumulation we had. All these touch points couldn't break the prices down. So sellers get out of the way and then you break the upside. And so that's why we said should be scared if you're shorting. Okay, so that's it, man. Above the 20, above the 50, it's still below that 200 Litecoin. Let's go to Ethereum. Okay, at a critical level of resistance, on the 4-hour candle closed. Unfortunately, we closed below it for the 3rd time in a row. So, it's no bueno, man. No bueno. You don't want to see that. Showing weakness, but hey, maybe this has to do with Bitcoin, okay? If Bitcoin starts moving up, you know what, man? Ethereum's going to go with it. And again, this level's key. If we can break this level here, most likely going to shoot up to 538 pretty fast, and then after that 544. So again, critical levels, but we did talk about how on both your RSI and your MACD you're showing bearish divergence, right? You're matching, you're technically making a candle body high here than your previous high. When you had on this side this spike in positive momentum, and now you're showing pretty much inexistent positive momentum while making a higher high, which is the same thing as this Class A bearish divergence. And then your RSI, you're technically making a higher high and you're making a substantially lower level of relative strength. So that's also bearish divergence on both indicators screaming at us, and we're at a key critical level of resistance. But again, this all is dependent on Bitcoin and what Bitcoin does, okay? So Bitcoin goes up, guess what? Ethereum's going with it. That's it, that's Ethereum. That's your local on the 8s, guys. Okay, ICX was next on the list. Someone talking about possible entries or something like that. Yeah, the entry, the value area was 32.43, right? It's like some could have gotten stopped out, possibly, depending on if it got filled. My God, jeez, man, thought you were safe at that level. I mean, you were far enough down. What did it do? Touch that area? Man, that was so close, right, guys? Unbelievable. So with ICX, man, you broke out. Look, if you zoom out, you see a huge falling wedge we broke. Our longer term targets, 56.73 and 65.10. That would be the swing high to swing low. Okay, I think this is a longer term thing. This is a longer term trade, swing trade, because January 30th, this pattern started and we broke out of it on the 11th. So we got over 2 months of pattern development of this huge falling wedge pattern, and our targets are up here. So best area of value is that 32.43, 32.17 area, okay? So we'll see if we can break to higher highs, which would be above 35.35, okay? So that's it, man. Talking about the short-term trade was just this, but again, you can have short-term trades and long-term trades, okay? I feel like the short-term trades first, just because, hey, everything changes every day, right? Bitcoin starts tanking. You wanted to have your money, you wanted to have your profit taken on ICX before it tanked, right? You got to be happy with me for giving you the short-term setups and the longer-term setups, because this could be a much bigger thing than just a short-term setup, because the whole macro of the alts is turning around. You went for it. Most of the alts, on average, 100 days, around 100 days, 2 to 3 months of correction phase is ending, and now going back to the move we had before, which was bullish overall. So tons of these alts are just bullish overall. So that's it, man. That is it. ICX. Talked about those entry points for you, man. So thanks for the lower back tips, Don. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in, Driz. Be careful, okay? Yeah, make sure to listen and don't watch. Do not watch, man. No TA is worth distraction in a vehicle. Okay, that's it. That's ICX. ENG, we did this analysis on it. Boom, both targets hit, guys. It's over. I mean, it might still run, of course, but we're talking about targets. Right, we even hit target here. Someone made money. We did a lighting analysis on Enigma, and someone bought into it. I don't know why we didn't get that confirmation, but they bought in, and they lucked out, and they took some profit at the 50%. We broke back down, and we've kept moving up, and now we've confirmed the 50% and 618 profits taken. That's it, Stuart. Did it, man. The game is over. We won the ball game. But who's to say that this is over? We're just talking about the trade that was made. Okay? You are clearly still making bearish divergence. 100% bearish divergence, like crazy. Lots of bearish divergence here. Now your RSI, not really. Yeah, your RSI is now showing bearish divergence as well. But you should be, if you're a trader and you're not in love with ENG Enigma coin, you should be exiting, or at least taking 80 to 90% of your trade out, because you hit from the breakout. It's over. I mean, this is like, you're not trading if you're not taking profit here, and you bought down here. You're not trading. You're just investing in something that gets pumpy dumped, that doesn't make any money yet, doesn't do anything. So yeah, man. Sorry, my music went. Let me. Okay, man. So. Okay. That's right, Stuart. That's right, man. We did it. We won the ball game. We did Jesus, man. This was a freebie. We talked about this one over a week ago. Okay, it was like, I think before the breakout, maybe? Neo. Ooh, Neo. Which Neo, right? Which form of Neo? Patreon? Hello? Patreon? You there? For you. So trade 1 ran up to target. Trade 2 target. Trade 3. Now 3 in a row successful trades on Neo, guys. You did Jesus, man. Okay. That's it. Guys, we've been on the stream 1 hour and 17 minutes now. Really appreciate y'all being here. Thanks a bunch, guys. If you're enjoying this live stream, these trade setups, this education, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, we'll take a look at Neo, Ethereum next. So what's in store for Neo? I think this bearish, this correction phase has been shattered. We retraced from our swing low to swing high. We retraced about 61.8% of the way down here. From there, we found so much support, so much value, and we shot up. I don't think this thing's ending until at least 10,700, 11,778. I think these are good areas up here to take some profit. We're back within this downward sloping channel we fell out of, okay? We used it as resistance multiple times in the initial breakout. And now we're within it. I think this thing's just going to keep marching. It's going to keep on marching. Got a critical level of resistance at 8801 Satoshis. Previous high. Got to break above it. Got to, guys. Very, very critical and important. That's it, man. It's Neo to Bitcoin. Let's go to Neo to... the Golden Cross has occurred, Coach K. It's already happened right here. Beautiful stuff, right, man? Right, Coach? Beautiful stuff. Neo to Ethereum for the crypto nurse. Okay, we talked about the best possible entry, but you know, you were doing what Bitcoin did, if you remember, guys. Bitcoin broke down, made a higher low than its previous low like this, and then just started forming this bear pull, bear flag, but showed a lot of strength, and then just broke out to the upside. Bitcoin went, and Ethereum went. That means Neo went in valuation. So still moving, and we think if we can. I mean, honestly, I would take some profit at the 0.139814 area. I think it'd be a smart idea, just because we could come back down once again if we wanted to. It's a very real possibility, but this is a beautiful ascending triangle Would not buy right now. You're in the middle of no man's land, in the middle of this triangle. Could easily break down, but could easily break to the upside. And if you do, shaving some off up at this area, this resistance area, would be fine. Be smart. Good idea, because if the trade failed, you'd still make money. And that's the whole point. That's the strategy. Make money even on failed trades. So, but if it shows a lot of strength up here, breaks the upside, your target is 0.174217, guys. That's your target. That's the measured move of this ascending triangle. But of course, it could go much higher than that, because on this chart, that's all-time highs. Okay, so I think you'll see a key level of resistance up here anyway, before you make it. Okay, that's going to be a big resistance right there. That's your all-time high of this chart. So, see if we can get there, man. We'll be to Jesus. Time will tell. Hope that helps, Crypto Nurse. Glad you're making money. Okay. Someone wanted EOS? EOS, guys. What's there to talk about? Went to the moon, man. Went to the moon. The great candle. Not the great FOMO, the great candle. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that. You're right at this area of value. Dang, man. Look at that tankage. Huh. Looking left. I think that's what we... What was our reason for that area? I'm trying to remember what our reasoning was. Was it something like buying down here? 618. Is that it? We just keep going down lower and lower. Maybe you might hit this down here, this little trend line. I don't know, man. We're just talking about short-term stuff. Don't know why this got messed up or something on my mobile. I think we're talking about buying if we ever hit this bottom trend line, but since then it's moved too much to the right, so it's skewed our risk to reward tool some. So I don't know, man. That's really weird. So we haven't looked at EOS, I think, since wow, look at that fake out right there too. Look at that false breakout. Screwed everyone up, right? Everyone's like, oh my god, it's going, and then it just breaks down. This false breakout happens all the time. This is why you don't buy high. This is why you wait. So it looks like you're outside of it again, though. Look. Break the upside. 1, 2, test. Bouncing off the 618 level. We were talking about this was a good area, but man, you fell below this. That's not good. Falling below an area like that's a pretty strong support. It was, but now you're below it, and a nasty drop if you're not careful. You better hold. You better hold the 618. Seriously. Don't hold this. You can see a very low drop. Okay. But it would make sense for some sort of run like we've had. This has been one of the leaders of the incredible altcoin spring. RSI, remember we talked about, you'll tell your grandkids about the RSI. Guys, I remember that one day EOS hit 92 on the RSI. The MACD hit the highest level of momentum it's ever hit in its entire life. Man, I remember that volume spike we had, the highest level of volume and spike in the history of the coin. I remember. You tell your grandkids about it. You may never see 92 again, 93 again on the RSI ever. It's a possibility you may never see it. Okay. Hey, Desert Creature, we actually already covered TRX, man. Okay. That's EOS, man. If you were somehow to break out of this and confirm, okay, man. Measured move would be 15,132, but showing a lot of weakness here. A lot of weakness. Let's see if we can hold. Okay. So that's it. Maximiliano wants a get to it real quick. Still below that critical level talked about. Okay. Now you're breaking back above this area, this 2169 area you had to have. We love the beautiful rounding action. Wonderful. Okay. So this semi-cup and handle stuff. Okay, so do like how we're holding above this. We fell below, we found really good areas of value down here. This 2102, that could have been a good buy right there for you, entry. Back above it now. Okay, so you got to break this 2314 area. When and if you break and hold above this 2314 area, and you break above this little downward sloping trend line, this resistance, it will act as a resistance. Once that occurs, you will moonshot. Very, very large moonshot if you can break these critical levels of resistance up here. You can see it. You're at Ganondorf's castle. Will you rise? Or will you fall? We'll find out. Found some good volume, or some good value. Good support. Okay, accumulation's occurring right now. Accumulation, man. Talked about bearish divergence up at these levels. We broke down. This is where we were. Talked about this last night. We knew that was going to happen. Knew it was going to happen. It was impending. You saw bearish divergence on your RSI and your MACD. Okay. So there you go, man. Say, there you go, Maximiliano. This is zone. This is zone. You broke above the zone. So, yeah, your best area to buy was around 2102. Yep. Wobby. Yep, good stuff, man. Yep, Wobby. Broke out of a wedge and it's running. Swing high to swing low, 50%, 618. Good targets up here. Probably gonna keep running. Said if you can break above this 11,561 area and hold, you should be strong to run. Your next area, 13,526. After that's the 236, 15,340. Then after that, the 20,184, the 382, and the 50%, 618 are good profit taking levels on this. Okay. So that's it, man. There you go. Good song. Hope it's not too loud. Making very strong levels of bearish divergence on your RSI. You keep making higher highs on price, and you keep making lower highs on your relative strength. Okay, so be careful of that. And of course, now you're showing forms of bearish divergence, Class A, on your histogram. Okay, making higher candle body closes and almost inexistent positive momentum after your previous high, which had very high levels of positive momentum. So bearish divergence should be coming down at some point soon. Could take a shot at 11,561 with a very, very tight stop loss below that if you wanted to. It's the only area you have any sort of value at this point. Too high. Too high. That's Wobby. ONT. False breakout. Head fake, guys. Don't get screwed. Don't be a breakout kid. A breakout baby. False breakout. Oh my god, we're gonna do it. Nope. Buy low. Sell high. Yeah, man. You're just correcting. Probably had a 78.6% retrace at this point from our previous low, our swing low to swing high. We'll find out. Swing low to swing high. Almost at a 78% retrace. But you're currently bouncing off an old fib, the 1618 node. Okay, so see if you can hold that. It's holding pretty strong here, but again, high flyer. Wonderful bull run. We'll see if it can continue. If it does, our measure move would be 8,029. It's already up here, so see what happens. It's ONT. Fun. Yep, just running, man. Fun's running. Great. Great stuff. Still below a critical level of resistance though, 520. Okay, gotta break and hold above that if you want to have any sort of shot at running to 565. Pretty good volume. Made a low, made a higher low. Now you're running again, and I'd say it's not over yet. Would feel more comfortable breaking the 520 area. Currently at 515, so some stagnation on your MACD, a little bit lower highs, so a little bit of bearish divergence too. Very clear levels of bearish divergence on your RSI, but that happens after stupid spikes like that. 82 on the RSI and nothing. So yeah, we use the parallel channel, the upward sloping channel, as a little metric for our vision, for us to see the accumulation and the upward sloping resistance area both our wicks have created. So see if we hold within, but again, got to break above 520, then the 786, 548, then 565. You break 565, you're going straight to 620. You break that, you're going to 653, and then after that, yep, you know, you get it over and over again. So that's fun, man. Yep, we sure did do XRP. We did do XRP. It was the fourth altcoin we looked at. Let's do it. Alright, man, that's it. Want to take a look at the link? We can do it, man. Pretty good run, right? Yep. We had this downward sloping channel we were looking at, and probably a wedge breakout. I don't know, man. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we plotted this 5432 area. Got to break above that. We're showing lots of strength. Okay, tons of strength. You had Class B bullish divergence right here. You double bottomed on price, but you made a lower high on your negative momentum. Looking good. See how we're doing on the RSI. Holding above the 50, looking pretty good, man. So, yeah. I think a critical level of support you've got to hold above is a previous high, which is right here, 44.78. You're holding that. Another area. Let's move this up. Right here, 48.59. Tons of resistance was at this area before we broke down. Okay, the fact that we've broken it, we're holding it, bodes well for ye bulls. Golden cross occurred a couple days ago. Now the goal, what we got to do, we got to break to higher highs. Seems like we got some sort of, you could call it a bull flag if you wanted. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, but you also have, like, if you connected the trend lines and saw, you got, you're at the very top of something like a descending triangle, which isn't really a good thing. You never want to see those, but one could argue that it's almost a wedge in a way, because it's so because it is a downward sloping trend line. If you connected all the wicks from here to here, it's downward. So we talk about the definition of a falling wedge pattern is downward sloping trend lines, multiple downward sloping trend lines. Okay, so negative momentum's drying up, staying above 50 on the RSI, golden cross, breaking out, broken out, consolidation phase after a nice run. Nothing wrong with this. Very healthy looking stuff for Link. But again, talking about risk to reward, best area to buy. If you ever were going to buy this, be down here, okay, with some sort of stop loss. Okay. And then of course, if you just wanted to do the short-term stuff, you can. Short-term measure move. 715 sats from the breakout, wherever the breakout was. It was there. 715 is not much. 50%. There you go. Just look at it like that, but buying now would be folly. You'd be setting yourself up to lose a ton of money. And if it breaks out here, well, congratulations on your guess. You guessed and then accidentally it broke out. Wow, congratulations. Do that 20 times. See how that works out for you. Buying high. buying at critical levels of resistance before the breakout. And even if it breaks out, it's not confirming, right? So you buy here, and I tell you not to, and it breaks out, you'd be like, Ray, you were wrong. It's like, no, again, we're doing a numbers game. If you're trading consistently, this is the best way to lose a ton of money on a consistent basis, because most of the time it does not work out for you. Buy low, sell high. That's it. Nice chair. Squeaky squeak. Squeaky squeak, guys. So, let me see the measure move was. 715 from the breakout, wherever it was. Say it was there. Yeah, that's right at the 50%. That's right. 5.1. If you bought down, if you ever got a shot again to buy down in this downward sloping trend line, you'd have a 5-to-1 risk to reward right there. Small trade, doesn't matter. The risk to reward's amazing, and you take it while you got it. You can have fun with these short-term trades. It's probably a longer-term thing going on. Link, who knows, but you don't care. Hey, Godzooks, man. Thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. You'd Jesus, man. Couldn't do it without you. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Now this link. Rec coin. Guys, I'm going 1 hour and 36 minutes now on the stream. It's a live stream just for you, covering all your coin requests multiple times a day. HypeDownCrypto.com. What in the world is this? Sorry, hold on. Wrong charts for rec. There we go, man. Did you fill? If you did fill, you did Jesus. I know one of the Patreons did fill. Their limit buy did fill. So this is a longer term swing trade. We broke above this ascending triangle, this trend line here, and our targets are up here at 44.84 and 51.28. Okay. That's it, man. Really like our pivot here. We're not falling back into this triangle, which is showing a lot of strength. Okay. Wonderful stuff, but Golden Cross has just occurred, like a lot of altcoins we're seeing. The altcoin spring, we like to call it here. After the great FOMO. The winter of alts. Well, not anymore. Brandon, maybe down at 25.26 was a decent entry, but it really wasn't that great because you didn't know. I mean, like, yeah, you could take a slight, make a pretty tight stop loss and then play with it. But again, your best entry was down here, and we know multiple patrons got in on this with the limit buy because we had a double bottom, tweezer double bottom, wonderful stuff. So. Thanks, Mohammed. Bless you, dude. Appreciate you being here, man. Thanks, brother. All right, man. So that's your rec coin request network. GVT, which is in correction mode because it was the Jesus coin while all the other alts were correcting. Its turn to go in the correction. Okay, I understand that you're seeing maybe some sort of support here, but to me, I just feel like we had an all-time high, an insane run, a run that the Verges and Trons went through. We broke down. This to me right here, and this little symmetrical triangle breakdown measure move, perfect measure move. This to me signifies the beginning of a correction that will last for a month or two, at least. Just like all the other alts went through it. It's now GVT's turn because, again, when the alts that we know and love, the meme coins, were, correcting, this coin was running, and now it's gonna flip-flop, and there's just a finite amount of money, and then corrections happen because it's a market dynamic that occurs, and it doesn't discriminate. Every coin goes through correction. Amazon's going through a correction right now, and it makes billions upon billions of dollars. Okay? So we just said this kind of stuff should be happening because that's what happens after huge runs like this. So that's it, man. I mean, what more do you want? just leave it alone, man. Just look, you're seeing this crap here. Don't mess with it. Go to something else. Just forget about GBT for a month or two. Who cares? It spikes up, makes a lower high than its previous high, tanks. Correction phase. Just don't mess with it. Why would you mess with this when all the other alts are showing strength? This is showing weakness. Don't touch it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. No, we already did GBT. Or ENG. So. Awesome, Brandon. You filled up too on rec? Heck yeah, man. That's awesome, man. Okay, well, we got through those coins, man. Pretty much all of them, so. Taking a look at chat, guys. Oh, I've got a lot of messages in my inbox. Yep, chat's kind of slow today, so there you go, man. Alright, guys, well, okay, that's it, I guess. You covered all the coins. It's your request, and chat's kind of dead now, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it in 20 minutes early. So, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I guess I'll see y'all tonight. So until next time, stay hyped.